When the Ukraine war began, global attention focused on the biggest players, the United States, Russia, NATO, and major European powers. Loud announcements, emergency summits, and televised speeches dominated headlines. But while the world watched the obvious moves, something far quieter was happening in the background. A country not usually seen at the center of military conflicts was making calculated decisions, step by step, away from the spotlight. That country was the Netherlands, and by the time Russia fully understood what was happening, the strategic balance had already begun to shift. Tonight, we break down how the Netherlands quietly entered the war, what role it actually played, and why Moscow didn't see this coming. Why the Netherlands wasn't on Russia's radar. From the start, Russian military planners focused on predictable threats: large armies, border states, nuclear powers. The Netherlands didn't fit that profile. It has no massive standing army, it shares no border with Ukraine, and it rarely projects military power publicly. That perception turned out to be a mistake, because modern wars are no longer decided by troop numbers alone. They are decided by technology, intelligence, logistics, and coordination, areas where the Netherlands is far more influential than it appears.
Russia was watching everyone, but missed this. While attention stayed on big powers, the Netherlands made a silent move. No loud announcements, no dramatic speeches, just intelligence support, advanced weapons systems, and quiet coordination behind the scenes. Air defense, technology, precision planning. By the time Russia realized what was happening, the balance had already shifted. The Netherlands didn't enter loudly, it entered effectively, and Russia didn't see it coming. By 2024 and into 2025, Ukraine had become something very different from what Russia initially faced. Not just an army, but a system. A system that could absorb losses, replace equipment, adapt tactics, maintain morale. That is what analysts mean when they say unbreakable, not invincible, but resilient. Global implications. Poland's role in Ukraine has reshaped global military thinking. It showed that speed matters more than scale. Logistics decide outcomes. Regional powers can shape wars. Modern warfare rewards adaptability. Other nations are studying this model closely. Final analysis. Poland did not enter the war with headlines or speeches. It entered with logistics, weapons, training, and strategy. And in doing so, it helped transform Ukraine from a nation under siege into a force capable of resisting one of the world's largest militaries. This war is far from over. But one thing is clear. Poland's entry didn't just support Ukraine, it changed the war itself. A different kind of entry. The Netherlands didn't enter the war with dramatic declarations or troop deployments. Instead, it chose a method that has become increasingly powerful in modern conflicts: quiet integration into the war system. Rather than becoming a visible combatant, the Netherlands embedded itself into the infrastructure of support that keeps a war running. This approach minimized political risk while maximizing strategic impact. Air defense, the silent shield. One of the Netherlands' most critical contributions involved air defense systems. As Russian missile and drone attacks intensified, Ukraine's greatest vulnerability wasn't manpower, it was protection of infrastructure. Power grids, command centers, transportation hubs, and civilian areas were under constant threat. The Netherlands played a key role in strengthening Ukraine's air defense capabilities, particularly in coordination with broader European efforts. These systems didn't just shoot down threats, they preserved morale, command continuity, and operational stability. Air defense rarely makes headlines, but without it, nothing else works. Technology and precision warfare. The Netherlands is not a traditional arms exporter known for tanks or mass artillery.
Its strength lies in advanced military technology. From radar systems to sensor integration and battlefield awareness tools, Dutch contributions helped Ukraine see more, react faster, and strike more precisely. In modern warfare, information moves faster than bullets. The Netherlands understood that and leveraged it. This technological edge quietly reduced Russia's ability to operate freely in contested airspace and electronic environments. From defense to adaptation. At first, Ukraine's goal was survival, but with Polish support, that goal evolved. Ukraine began adapting faster than Russia could respond. New tactics appeared on the battlefield. Drone warfare expanded rapidly. Counteroffensives became more precise. This wasn't accidental. It was the result of a system that could learn and adjust in real time. That is what makes a military force resilient. The psychological shift. Poland's entry also triggered a psychological transformation. For Ukrainian forces, Poland's actions sent a clear message: you are not alone. Morale matters. Soldiers fight differently when they believe support will not disappear tomorrow. For Russia, Poland's role sent a different message: this war would not remain contained. Why Russia miscalculated. Russia underestimated Poland. Moscow expected hesitation, fear, and fragmentation among NATO neighbors. Instead, it found resolve and speed. Poland didn't ask for permission to act decisively. It acted because delay would have been dangerous. That miscalculation changed the war's trajectory. Perhaps the most underestimated element of the Netherlands' role was intelligence coordination. Modern intelligence sharing doesn't always mean handing over secret documents. It often means synchronizing systems, aligning data streams, and enabling real-time awareness across allies. The Netherlands acted as a connective node between Ukraine and broader European intelligence networks. That coordination improved early warning capabilities, battlefield assessments, and strategic planning. In war, knowing what's coming even minutes earlier can save cities. Why Russia missed the signal? Russia expected Europe to be divided, slow, and cautious. That assumption shaped Moscow's early war planning, but what Russia didn't account for was distributed involvement. Instead of one dramatic intervention, Europe responded through dozens of quiet, overlapping actions. The Netherlands was a key example of this model. No single move looked threatening, but together they created momentum Russia struggled to counter. The psychological impact. There's also a psychological dimension to this story. For Ukraine, the Netherlands' involvement reinforced a crucial belief. Support wasn't temporary. It wasn't symbolic. It was structural. That confidence matters. Forces fight differently when they believe their systems won't collapse overnight. For Russia, the realization came late. By the time Moscow recognized the scale of European integration behind Ukraine, reversing the trend had become extremely difficult.